I'm doing side work again. Can I just say that, you know, just as a little caveat, I'm perfectly fine with like a chest exploding heart attack at this point in my life. I remember hearing about that, somebody dying of a sudden heart attack, and thinking to myself, oh my God, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm like, if I was driving my truck, I don't even have a truck. I have a Nissan Rogue. I was driving my Nissan Rogue down the street, and all of a sudden I just saw, I don't know, what do you see? Like a balloon popping. Your chest goes like this. You look down, but you can't even look down. Your face is in the steering wheel. I don't know. I can dream. Anyway, you know, I get to work at about 4 in the morning. Okay? And I get out at like 1 o'clock. And then I'm building one of those gazebos, one of those, what are they? What do you call those? It's one of those fucking gazebos. Do you understand? It's like a ready-make gazebo, prefab. And then you open it up and you take out you deadlift the hardware sack out of it. It's about 120 bags of screws. And you're like, hold on a second. They didn't provide any cyanide pills for when I get about, I don't know, a third of the way through this project. And you realize it's the never-ending story. It's the never-ending tale. How does that fucking song go? Who knows? Where's the symbol for crying out crin? What kind of amateur place is this? We've been robbed. I don't know. What is Javier? Got a hammer nails with it or something? That's another goddamn thing. Javier comes by the other day. I think I already told this. He comes walking through the yard with my circular saw, and he waves to me with the circular saw. That's like, this is the equivalent of like a gorilla pounding his chest. Give me a goddamn break. I need coffee. Oh, Crimelet, that's a hot coffee. Man. Ah, jeez. Let you know you're alive. So I tell you what. So I tell my partner, I say, hey, listen, we're going to build a greenhouse. You in? He goes, oh, where is it? This is like, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking job. We're going to make money. All right? Are you in or not? Well, where is it, Bern? I said, Santa Mariches. Okay? It's like a fucking hour. And I don't even know where I drove. I start driving to this place. My only saving grace. Number one, I get out of a hellacious day at work. For some reason, every single progressive day since I'm 18 has gotten progressively worse. I'm at a job where like it never gets better. It like always gets worse. I'm like, how is this possible? Or is this just the nature of the world? I can remember my first day there. Well, I still wanted to commit suicide, but I was less suicidal than I am now. And if you could see a ramp, it's like this. A ramp chart. It just gets worse and worse and worse. I look around this place and I'm like, can this place ever get better? Not to mention I'm tethered to my manager by my phone. Does anybody have this? I have this fucking broad manager. It's like my second wife. And my phone rings, I swear to God, 30 times a day. And I'm like, yes, hello? Bah, 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 bah. And you're like, oh. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this. I need you to get the fuck off my phone. How about that emphasize? Oh my God. I have such a hard time taking orders. It's just a thing I have. It's like a thing against authority. I don't know what it is. When somebody gives me an order, it like sends a shockwave chill down and up and down my central nervous system. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm a compliant person. I don't know. Maybe it's just the lack of testicles, perhaps. So I'm always like, okay, yeah, no problem. You know, I'm like an anti-conflict guy, and I just want to, you know, I want everybody to be happy at the end of the day. Yeah, fantastic trait. So what are these fucking things? These fucking giant hamsters they got down in South America? What are they? I heard they're the most like... They're such a good survival animal because they make friends with everybody. I'm not saying that's who I am. But that's what these fucking animals do. We're talking about this. And they're like a big hamster and they're so friendly that even alligators don't eat them. They're like, wow, these guys were a great time. I can't even bite its fucking head off disastrously and suck all its blood out of its fucking neck. You ever see somebody get killed by an alligator? You ever see remember these Faces of Death, Traces of Death movies? These are the most horrifying things ever. It's like a guy, he's walking next to a lake. For some reason, in Florida, I don't go near water. All right, fuck your ocean, too. How about that? You guys got sharks down there. Ah, God damn it. But these alligators? Holy shit. The death spin. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. It's like, oh, you got a pool? I'll be in the house. Fucking hang out in the pool, bro. That's not cool. You go out for a late night cocktail. Next thing you know, your leg is across the yard in a death roll. Doing about fucking 7,000 RPM. Fuck me standing. It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. I'll be in the shower. Who knows? They got lizards over there in Florida. That's the only problem with nice climates. That's where everything with an exoskeleton likes to hang out. Or hairy fucking legs. Oh, insects are grotesque. Explain to me why we can't just exterminate every insect. Please? We'll keep the bumblebees, all right, you asshole? I say fuck them all, big and small. Get rid of crabs, too. Horseshoe crabs? If I gotta step at another motherfucking... This is what stops Long Island from having some of the most beautiful, greatest beaches in the world. Just the odds-on chance that you can walk on the beach and step on a fucking horseshoe crab. It's like stepping on a gross landmine. I said the things don't even harm you. They harm you psychologically. Because you step on one and you're like, die, yai, and you look down and you're like, whoa, you start running across the water. I said, these motherfuckers, what time period did they come from? Aren't you supposed to be back in, I don't know. What's the name of it? Pangea? I think he's supposed to be down on the beach at Pangea. You tell me Pangea didn't have some waves? Oh my God, fuck Hawaii. Pangea was the place to go surfing. You're talking 1,000-foot waves. You could surf a fucking, that Norwegian Cruise Line's Princess of the Sea down that thing. I'll tell you what. That's what he says to me. I said it's out in Santa Mauritius. Oh, that's far, Burn. Yeah, I know. It's a far. It's a little far. It was so fucking far. I didn't even know where I was going. I said, "Am I still on Long Island? We're in farmland." That's my hand to God. I saw a tractor. I said, "Where the fuck am I?" I don't see everybody walking around miserable face around because there was less people because it was farms. We got so many fucking miserables around here. Sometimes I like just walking around with a smile so I look like a freakazoid. I'm the only one. I'm like, you know what? It sucks. And Spanish people, you guys need to listen up, okay? I'm going there. Smile back. How about that? I walk my dog in the morning, and I'm still the asshole smiling at people. You guys are sucking my energy. I see somebody, I'm like, maybe I'll even say, hey, good morning. This type of thing. I love that kind of shit. Believe it or not. And, I smile at people and they're like this. They look away. Like you're the biggest asshole on planet Earth. I get it. It's Ned Flanders. It's Ned Flandersy. It's like Ned Flanders. I get that part. But for Christ's sakes, when it's a beautiful morning, okay? When it's a beautiful sunny morning and I'm walking the dog, it's like, come on. Crack a fucking smile. It's not that hard. Spread a little sunshine. But it's like, it's just yanking the energy out of you. There's so many sourpusses out there. That's what that's what I'm gonna start saying. Hey there, sourpuss. Turn that non-existent smile. Turn the dial on that non-existent smile. I mean, come on. Oh, guys. I'm sorry. You don't have anything better to do? No? This is around the time that my wife starts pulling out the power washer. Okay? And she's like that guy in the resort. You know the guy in the resort that grabs the girl and then he goes up on the 2 water jets and he starts doing flips and dancing with her. You see these videos on YouTube? Like, yeah, okay. Okay, now you give me back to my girlfriend and I'm a piece of shit. She's looking at you at dinner disgusting. It's disgusted. Like, you never took me on a you never took me on a water jet ride? Yeah, like, no shit, I'm sorry, I don't have the balance for it. You can't take women out anywhere. They start dancing with guys. You ever take a woman to a show and the guys pull these fucking 2 like Chippendales dancers, pull them onto stage, and they start dancing with her, and women are like, oh, like they're totally into it. Guys don't want to be there at all. Women are so fucking dumb. They're like, oh, hot guys. Guys, we get up there, we're like, we look like an asshole, this, that, the other thing. Can I sit down and just complete my drinking, please? Anyhow, so we wind up driving out there, and the only thing that saved me, okay, I want to kiss the YouTuber on the cheek that sent me a link to the band Virtue. This is a 1980s heavy metal band. Oh my God, they're fucking awesome, man. It's so nice to hear some music that you enjoy lately, because music's completely dead. It really is. When you get to 47, you realize that music died at a certain point in time. And you're like, okay, what's on the radio? Pitbull, Ariana Grande, whatever fucking name is. Okay, I don't know any of the new people. All right, we had still at Justin Bieber. He's still running his yap again. I don't know. Like all these fucking cornballs. Billie Eilish. I say to myself, so to catch a band, that you never heard of before. It's like, this is so awesome. And I was listening to it, and it's like metal, but you could tell it was just these guys were in the studio and they recorded a metal album. And it's very technical, but it's a little bit sloppy. Oh, it's perfect. Like the timing is off. I love albums like this. It's not done by the studio. We didn't have Phil Spector in studio, okay? This was recorded like one take. These guys was just like, they were into their instruments. And they play hard and fast, and they sound great. That's all. And it has that 80s twang to it. I don't know how to describe it. Metal's not alive. No, you're not listening to heavy metal. You've listened to heavy metal today. For the pure fact that it was probably recorded on an Apple computer. So stop your nonsense. Stop your fucking nonsense. As soon as you convert that shit to binary, you're out. You're out. Satan's got his forked tongue all over it. Guys, I'm ready for a Looney Tune bin. All right, just stick me in. I would love to hang out with loonies all day. I do in my house! So anyway, I need a motherfucking... It's like... Now, of course, the day I've been waiting for is the day I'm going to do fucking side work. Okay? It's 80... If it's not 82, 83 out, 84. Sun blazing. It's a summer day. God almighty, it's absolutely gorgeous outside. Gorgeous. But of course, I need sunblock. That's right, because I have to protect myself from the gorgeous weather. Uh-huh. It's not a cross I carry, it's a fucking bottle of banana boat. So then I gotta go to stop at the fucking 7-Eleven. I go to white trash capital of the world, Shirley, Long Island, New York. Okay? You know who you are. Anybody want to come down here and prove me wrong? I take one video going into Shirley. You have no idea. White guys with tattoos and pit bulls. You understand? White trash. And to be honest with you, when I go there, I feel like I fit in. Guys, I hang out around Spanish people all the time. Okay? My wife's family. They're all Spanish. The most amazing people you're ever going to meet. Bless their heart. Okay? But when I go into... I can't communicate with anybody. Everybody speaks Spanish. And don't get me wrong. I'm fine with that. I love just the peace and solitude of my own mind when I'm around company. It's like there's no obligation to make conversation. It's really, really quite magical. And I love my family for that. But then I go to White Trashville, USA, and I said, oh my God, these are my brothers and sisters. Like, no joke. I feel such like a connection. There's a guy in a pickup truck, he gets out, he's filthy dirty. You understand? Chewing gum, buying a tall boy. And buying a pack of smokes that he's going to roll up in his fucking t-shirt. I'm like, bro, where you been? Where you been? What's up, brother? Let's get another one of those tall boys. Come on, steel reserves. Let's go. What do you got? How many steel reserves you want to put down tonight? I'm all about it. Then you got the kid that pulls up. He's got the booming system. Yeah, in a Blazer, in an S10 Blazer. Do you understand what I'm telling you? With the rims that are powder coated, but it's they're chipping off the powder coat. You have no idea. So I go into the 7-Eleven and I grab my sunblock and I see these two girls come in. Okay, do you understand to yourself? And they're like 17. I mean, she's just 16 years old. What a creepy fucking song. I didn't write it. Don't come down on me, YouTube. We're talking seniors in high school, all right? What am I going to tell you? One comes in with the fucking Daisy Dukes on, okay, that are up to here. They're up to here, and I can see the cornflakes that she had for breakfast. Do you understand me? I mean, tits popping. I mean, fully developed. The other one, it's like a cheerleader skirt, like this high. My hand to God. Guys, these girls have like these athletic legs. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, what do they do in gym class? They do squats and deadlifts all day these days? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to lie. If I was a high school gym teacher, it would be mandatory squats and deadlifts. I would build a battlefield for these young guys in high school, okay? Not for me, okay? I'm talking about for you guys in high school. I would pump out like, it would look like the Brazilian bobsledding team. Do I have to tell you right now? I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. And my name would be, I don't know, I'd be like, hello everybody, my name is Luke von Heineman. Let's get started, girls. Bird, pick up those medicine balls. Come on, squats. Medicine ball overhead squats. Beep, 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 beep. Anyhow, I get behind these two broads online, okay? I got my gallon of Gatorade and my coffee. And my sunblock. And I'm standing there and I'm like dirty from work and this, that, the other thing. And this girl turns around and looks at me like up and down. The girl with the skirt. She turns around and she like looks at me. The gum chewing, this type of thing. And she looks me up and down. I said, I started blushing. I said, what's going on these days? I'm the one that's supposed to be looking up and down. I turn my head. That's how cowardly. I said, guys, I had my Lee jeans on. You know, here we go. They got my Lee jeans on. Yeah. You don't believe me? I think my belt is covering it. I mean, just look at the profile. I could get the job for like if they're ever doing like a live action SpongeBob SquarePants movie or play. I'd get hired. It's like the only job I could actually get. She turns around and I swear to God, she sticks a hand up her skirt and she takes a finger and like pulls her underwear out of her ass crack and then pulls her finger down so it's down by like the con area and then snaps out her finger. It was like whoosh. I said, if that panty didn't bounce off a con, then I'm not standing here at this moment with sunblock in my hands. Anyway, it was at that moment that I got severely depressed. And I'm just like, you know, those days are over. Those days are over. I said, guys, I'm not gonna cheat on my wife. At this point, I'm just not gonna cheat on my wife. I've come to that realization. It's just not gonna happen. And that's basically where the dorsal fin goes like this. And now you're just a great, you know, a killer whale or an orca, we'll say, because killer whale sounds too aggressive. You're just an orca in captivity. And, I don't know, praying till you go belly up in the fucking swimming pool. And I just sat there and just got very depressed. So I hop back in my car, go to the next 30 minutes to the fucking jab site. We get there and what a beautiful house. It was just like a beautiful house in a beautiful place. And I go back there, the guy comes out, he's like, super nice guy, sells chemicals for a living. We asked him what he did for a living. Sells chemicals to power plants. I'm like, oh, wow. That's nice. What do you work for, Dick Cheney or something? That sounds like a diabolical job. That's what he says. I sell chemicals to power plants. I'm like, all right. Well, you're part of the monster of, you know, chemical industry. You sound like Cancer Ali. That's right. Thank you. I want to appreciate you for your service. You know. And you're the type of guy with like 9 barrels of plutonium in your garage. Like, yeah, I just got it from my job. You ever see these guys that steal from their job? I love it. I get the shakes if I try to steal from my job. I've tried to steal from my job. I can't do it. That's just not a play to make myself look like Mr. Honesty over here. Because I'm really not. But I can't steal. Every time it's something embedded in me. I had friends that could steal like you have no idea. We go into a candy store and they would literally take a box of Rolos and just pour it into their backpack. I'm like, guys, leave a little inventory so it doesn't look so obvious. So it's not grand larceny. Can we start there? They would take Tic Tacs. This is the audacity. The whole box of Tic Tacs and go, and it would be like, it's like what you couldn't turn over one of those Indian rainmakers. We're not stealing. Bubble. I want to talk about Bubble Yum and Bubblicious. Okay? Everybody wanted Bubblicious. I tell you what, Hubba Bubba was where it was at. Back to the 80s on that one. Chewing gum was a very important part of society when you were a young child. We're talking Hubba Bubba. That was the one. It didn't stick to your face. Bubblicious didn't either. But Hubba Bubba had that nice soft chew. And Bubblicious, the flavor would last. The flavor would last. So anyway, the guy sold chemicals for a living. And his wife was a lawyer. I said, oh my God, these are professional people. You know? These are like people that when they go somewhere and like we did, ask their profession, they actually say it with pride. And not like, working on a warehouse. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what do you do there? Oh, can you imagine when you used the public toilet and you took you took a dump from Satan's den of hell? Yeah, well, when that happens, they call me in. Any other questions? And sometimes I got to go in there and I got to glove up. When I go to the hospital now, which happens, and the doctors put the glove on like this, I say, hey, you're not the only one that has to put on gloves at their job. And they go, oh, yeah? And say, yeah, so you need some way to get the log of shit down when the plunger doesn't work. What's on the menu at the cafeteria today, huh? Can I get a fucking log of Jell-O over here? They don't give Jell-O out at the hospital anymore. I did a stay at the hospital. I was like, where's the fucking Jell-O? Who's running this place? Fucking, what was his name? The Nazi doctor? What do you got, a Nazi doctor running this fucking place? Jesus Christ. Anyhow, professional people, sweetest people alive. What am I going to tell you? We start working, and I got to hose down myself with sunblock, of course, at first. And as we're working, we noticed this, girl jog by in his little, non-existent shorts. Ass cheeks hanging out, tits bobbling all over the place. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. And I'm like, hey, Rick, would you look at that? And it was like one smoking hot jogger after another. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. You know you're in a good neighborhood when there's chicks jogging all over the place. People exercising in general. I've said this before. You want to know you're in a good neighborhood? People exercising. That's all. How do I know? Because I look out my window. I don't see anybody exercising. I see everybody on iPads. So even I feel like going out and jogging just to bring the neighborhood up. I said, I don't know what alien place this is. It's like Jack LaLanne around here. Everybody's running. I mean, there's dogs. Everybody's laughing. People going by on bikes. Ha 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 ha. I said, this is such a beautiful neighborhood. Why can't I live here? Why can't I live here? The whole time I'm sitting here, I'm making a couple $100, okay? Putting this thing together, okay? A couple $100, okay? But I wind up working a fucking 16-hour day. I was there from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 8:15. And I'm like, fuck me standing. Okay, 16-hour day for a couple extra $100. I'm like, I'm going nowhere fast. So and by the way, all the way, I got Joe Biden fucking me up the ass. That's the basic thing of it. I tell you what, this Joe Biden. This guy. Can he just drop dead already? Of natural causes, of course. I mean, I don't have any nice way of saying it. This guy's just been motherfucker. Anyhow. So you scrape together a couple of shekels for what? I tell you what, we left there at 9 o'clock. This guy says to us, he says, before we leave, sweetheart guy, he tipped and everything, just an aces guy. Before we leave, his wife's like, you want to see our backyard? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's see the backyard. We go back there, it's like in-ground pool, there's like a fountain going, there's a terrace. I didn't even know what that is, but there's a terrace. Beautiful landscaping. They have those trees that go like this. You see these trees that go like this? I'm like, what the hell is this? It looks like a fucking grill standing up on its side. You know, just like trellises and this kind of thing, and just beautiful deck and patio furniture that probably cost about 20 grand. Just like absolutely gorgeous. The tile work everywhere, and not tile work, brickwork, beautiful brickwork everywhere. Like those white bricks. Not anyhow. And I'm just like, how deep is that pool? And do you have any cement shoes around? So anyway, we leave there, and I'm driving home. It's fucking like, let me tell you something right now. You know what going to the gym is? It's like a work simulator. That's what it is. You want the real gym, guys. Fucking cancel the gym membership. That's number one. And just work at a job where you got to do that sucks. That's basically it. You have to put your body against its will. You ever see these construction workers that look like they can run through walls and light cigarettes with a barbecue and lift it with one hand? This is what I'm talking about. There are some serious dudes out there. Fuck these motherfuckers in the gym. Okay, you see a guy with muscles. Number one, he's a mess. His body's aching. His breath stinks like shit because he's in constant overtraining and trying to recover. Oh, yeah. The body will let you know to stay away from this motherfucker. You overtrain at the gym, you'll be diarrhea in your pants, and your breath smells like shit. Explain that one to me. And you go near a woman and they're just like, oh, his body's in like panic mode. You know, like, don't go near him. That's just, there's something to that. need a guy that's like a carpenter, a fucking plumber, a fucking oil worker. Like these guys, you know, when you're on the job site and you're lifting like a roof panel on, and you're like, EGAT, OOGAT, EGAT. You're firing all these muscles that you never intended to fire. It's against your will. When you go to the gym, you have a plan. You're like, I'll do bicep curls because I like doing those. Or you'll do another workout that you don't really prefer doing, but at the end of the day, you do it. When you're actually working, you're doing shit that you don't want to do at all. You actually hate it. And that's what fires the old man strength, or just strength in general. So those are the guys you got to watch out for. You got to watch out for the plumbers with cement mixer forearms. Okay, because they've been turning wrenches against their will for 16 hours straight. Or the mechanics. These are the guys you got to watch out for at the bar. I don't care how much Trenbolone you're pumping. Because that's the other thing that comes out. It's the lack of caring for life when you work. You might have a guy on Trenbolone that's all aggressive from from the shots he's taken. But then you have the guy that's working that's got absolutely nothing to lose. And muscles like twisted steel. The guy with the big muscles, his tendons will snap like you have no idea. You get him in a Boston Crab, all you're gonna hear is snap, snap, snap. All those tendons are being held on, barely. They're so stressed out. And the Trenbolone makes everything, all the steroids, the Winstrol, it all deteriorates the tendon connections. That's right. You'll be more susceptible for injury, long-term steroid use. Anyhow, what the fuck are we talking about? Oh, so I get to Chipotle. Now it's like 9:15, right? And I get on the line and listen, there's a young black girl behind. She's basically the only one working, and she has the machete face. This is what my wife says when I come in with a bit like a face like when we start doing yard work, I get the machete face. It's like the mouth comes out to here like a fish. And just aggravation. She go, oh, you have the machete face. I'm like, can you just, let's do the yard work. And then she goes, oh, this is why I don't like to work with you. And I'm just like, okay, can we just rake the leaves, please? Can we rake the leaves? Ah, you're so negative. It's like, what did I do? Can we rake the fucking leaves? Then she storms off into the house. So what you gotta deal with, man? This is what you gotta fucking deal with. Go ahead, get married. Go get married, dumb idiot. I want to go to weddings with a bullhorn. There's the fucking bullhorn. I just walk in there that like, not when the priest asks you to speak. Doesn't that kind of ruin it? If you were against somebody's marriage, you got to say, yo, hey, daddy, chill out. Number one, this shit ain't going to happen. I mean, that kind of thing. Anyway, you go, oh, another idiot getting married. And then you hit the siren. Bow, wow, 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 wow. You're under arrest for being a moron. Bow, wow, 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 wow. This time, and by the way, Aunt Connie in the second row, nice rack of tits, dough. And that's about it. I tell you what. Sudden loss of memory. 47's great. I can't even imagine being 80. Somebody said somebody was 85 years old. I said, Jesus Christ, 85. My asshole is just going to go like this. Bow. It's going to turn into a vagina. I sharded in my pants the other day. First time in my life, swear to God. I almost don't feel like a man. Everybody talks, hey, I sharded myself the other day. And I'm like, oh, yeah, me too. And I'm like, I don't shit my pants like that. Like, guys talk about shotting their pants like they do it every day. You ever get around guys? I said, what am I, a woman? I said, I never shorted my pants. I kind of disappointed in myself. I'm like, I felt like, okay, this is part of the process of becoming a man. I'm like trying. When I fought, I can't short my pants. Well, let me tell you something. The other day, I fucking shorted my pants. There's nothing more to say. I went like that. I said to myself, what did I sit in water? And I reached down the back of my pants. I'm that guy. You ever see that guy? They catch him on camera. He reaches down the back of his pants and then he smells it. Well, I didn't even have to smell it. I look at my hand. I'm like, what am I, in Browntown? I ran for the showers. I said, this is disgusting. I throw out underwear. If I shit my underwear, I throw them out. I said, what are we going to do? What is the process here? Do they go in the hamper? I mean, would be hilarious. If my wife is doing the laundry, would be hilarious. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, right into the washing machine? That don't seem right. Especially with other clothes. It's like, what am I making, a fucking pile of E. coli? And then, and what's option number 2? Go to the fucking kitchen sink and rinse them out? That ain't happening, pal. And there's a fucking pair of underwear. Throw them out. I'm going to go out in the backyard and hose them off? No. So I'm walking with him, and here comes the fucking dog with his nose out. I said, he smelled this fucking shot from across the room. That's why he's following me around here. The dogs got to come up. Man, they love the smell of shit. I read the other day that these dogs sniff each other's assholes and they know like certain things about each other. Like, their zodiac sign. I don't know. They know they're like the health of the dog. They smell the asshole. I thought it was a sexual thing. It's not. It's like reading the chart, like the doctor's chart. It's like, oh, you jumped out the window of the car while it was moving and tore 4 of your ACLs? Ouch. Must have hurt. They're like, hey, wait a second. It smells like you're on a high-fiber diet. That's good. We can be friends now. What are you looking for? I don't know. Hey, when's the last time you got laid? It's like counting rings. I swear to God, my dog exists just to take pisses around the neighborhood. That's the whole thing. You don't know, you didn't realize with dogs, when you take them for a walk, you're not taking them for a walk. You're taking them for a piss and smell piss day. So that's essentially what they want to do. They want to piss somewhere and then smell piss. Because I'll get into these scenarios while I'm walking and I'm like this, and I turn around and he's sniffing in the grass. I'm like, a 10 just pissed there. That's the bottom line. Who the fuck is calling me? Yeah, what's going on?
Babe.
What?
Why you answer the phone like that?
What's going on? Because it's kind of early in the morning.
Max forgot his backpack in my car.
Okay, so what does that mean?
That means that he don't have no backpack to go to school.
So we gotta drive, go to get the backpack?
It's up to you.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Shit.
I think I can go without the backpack.
The word is born.
Huh?
Word up.
What?
I'm down. That's fine with me.
We gotta send a test message to the teacher.
All right. All right.
Bye.
I'll see you later. Sorry about the rude interruption. So, I mean, that's the fuck it. What were we talking about again? Shit. I forgot what we were talking about. Man, oh man. The dog. Yeah, piss. Piss. They want to sniff piss and take pisses. Whatever. Anyway. I get up to the Chipotle line there. And I tell you what, so this black girl wasn't having it. And I said, the last thing you got to match energy here. All right. And to be honest with you, it was the end of my day and I wasn't having it either. And so you can't go up there like Joe Whitey. Yes, hi, I'd like a burrito. So I was like, hi, how you doing? Can I get a burrito? And she was like, what kind of rice? I'm like, brown black chicken. All right. Mild sour cream, cheese, guacamole. Let me tell you something. She made me a mega burrito. She made me one of the best burritos I ever got at Chipotle. I gotta take it out. I gotta take it off to her. So it worked out perfectly. We both had a bad day, and I got a good burrito out of it. I wolfed it down, and then what did I do? You ever work a hard day? And fucking, I'm gonna have chocolate chip cookies from 7-Eleven, motherfucker. All right? And nobody's gonna stop me. I said, there could be a robbery in that, a robbery in progress. Let's face it. It's 9:30 now. There could be a shootout in there, and I'm getting chocolate chip cookies. I'd just be like, mate, what did Biggie Smalls say? Just what, get low? You know, just go in there low, hit the ground, and then reach over the counter, grab the chocolate chip cookies, and then get out. Okay, maybe you get shot in the arm. You're not going to die. You make a tourniquet, and then you finish eating your cookies. And I love eating the cookies in the parking lot and watching people go in and out of 7-Eleven. Oh, it's my favorite thing to do. I eat the cookie, and I'm like, oh my God, look at this guy. Crocs. I know Crocs are popular now. All the young kids wear Crocs. You know what the new style is? I went to the car show the other day. You know what this new style is for young kids? We're talking like 18, high schoolers basically just got their license. I don't know if you can see this. This is the way they wear their socks over their jeans now. Swear to Christ. I saw it. Not one kid, every young kid there had their socks pulled up over their jeans. I said, you know what? I'm out. Get me off planet Earth. I said, that's it. I'm never going to have that style. There's no way. I'll never be young again. You call that a style? I call that a direct rebellion against your parents. That's what I call it. Because if my son came in with socks like that, it'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Let's get down to brass tacks. What's going on here? Do we got to move to the woods? Kids just like to do like one goofy thing after another. I said, this is how I know my son's going to come home and do some wild shit, and I'm just going to have to be like, oh, that's interesting. Because the second you say, I don't want you doing that or don't do that, they're going to want to do it more. So my son came home and he's like, hey, Dad, I want to start blowing guys. You say, oh, well, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan. Because you're basically supposed to be an emotionless stone. Yeah? Hey, listen. Okay. I'll be downstairs. Because if you say, son, what are you, nuts? What are you, crazy? You can't do that. This, that, the other thing. The next thing you know, they're blowing everything on the block. So what do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? I get to the 7-Eleven. They have the 2-pack of chocolate chips. Like $1.29 for the 2-pack. I grabbed 2-packs. So I got 4 chocolate chips, right? In hand. I put them on the table. The guy goes, oh, you don't want... you're typical Indian guy. No joke. It's just like, okay, you're in 7-Eleven. Am I lying? Am I lying? He goes, oh, you don't want other cookie for $4? They had like a box with 6 in them. I said, no, I don't even care about the saving the money. It's the principle at this point. I can't walk out of here with a 6 box of chocolate chip cookies. I just couldn't do it. And he's looking at me like I got 2 heads. I said, morally and ethically, I can't eat 6 chocolate chip cookies. I can, but there's a point. There's a point in your life. It's like, why not just eat, 5 pounds of Twizzlers until you vomit? Because I could easily do that. But there's a line you have to draw somewhere. It's just, where's your line? It's got to be somewhere. And I said, listen, buddy, I know it's the deal of the century. I can't do it. Stop looking at me like that. I can't do it. Just leave me alone. I took the cookies. I ate them in the parking lot. Oh. Here's this guy with the flip-flops and the fucking corn chip toenails coming. I mean, there's a woman over here. She's wearing like a top like this and a big fat belly hanging out. You could watch these Long Island sweat hogs all day long and just imagine their storylines in your head of what they do throughout the day. I remember these 2 guys pulled up in a convertible Cadillac to 7-Eleven. And they were obviously like tripping on acid. They had like the Grateful Dead on. And just, they were dancing outside of the car. They went inside and got something to eat. And they were like dancing by the car and listening to Grateful Dead. I said, what the fuck is going on here? Anyhow, a little story about that. Yeah, those chocolate chip cookies are dynamite. 7-Eleven makes an excellent chocolate chip cookie, by the way. I'm a chocolate chip cookie guy, man. Fucking A. Then I go home and I tell you what. It's close to 10 o'clock at night. And, you just have one of those days. And I have to tell you something. I came through the door, and my dog sees me, runs up to me, and does an about face because my wife is feeding him. I'm like, I don't know why she's feeding him at 9 o'clock at night. She doesn't. That doesn't normally happen. There was a mistake somewhere. And like the dog. Of course, as soon as the food comes out, I swear to God, the food comes out, he does an about face. I wanted to pet the dog. I'm home. I like to pet the dog. I like to rub his tummy. I give him a love bath. I tell my son late at night, I say, hey, let's give Chewy a love bath. And what we do is we roll him over on his back and we scratch his belly, but it's 4 hands scratching his belly. So like it's a lot of surface area of pleasure. And he goes like this. he like can't handle the overload of fantastic satisfaction of getting a belly rub. It's like belly rub on 11. And we love doing it. We crack up because he makes these grunts and groans. And then the red rocket comes out and I say, all right, Tani, it's time to stop. Okay? We're not Olympic doctors. So we'll leave him alone now until that goes away. And then we can continue the love bath. And then I go up around his neck and I scratch under the ears. And then I scratch all the parts that he can't get to. Oh, and he's like... And then I go down and then I scratch in the hind legs because his legs are like pieces of chicken. They're like chicken wings. And you squeeze them and you can feel the tendons in there. And you just give them a good squeezing. Then the legs kick out. He goes stiff, like completely like a board. And then you use your nails on his sides. And he goes like this, and the pawsies are stretching. Then I grab the back pawsies, like this. Now he's out of control. He can't get away. So he's like, I've submitted him. Do you understand? Now he's got to give into it. He's submitted. And then I grab the front pawsies and I rub between the toes. And then it's kissies on the neck. Machine gun kissies. Huh? So that's what you want when you walk through the door. The dog runs the other way to eat. Anyhow, my son's in the shower because I don't know, he's fucking, I have no memory anymore. Who's the Playboy guy with the robe on? My son comes out of the shower with a robe on. I'm like, he's more of a man than I am. I come out, my towel's falling off. I still don't know how to tie a fucking towel so it doesn't fall off. Maybe if I had an ass to hold it up. I just wanted an ass for a day. Just one day have an ass. Just to experience it. I put my towel on. It's like trying to put a towel on an ice cream cone. I take 2 steps. It's like... I'm like, for Christ and con. At least give me a bigger hook up front to hold the goddamn thing up. I can't wait to talk to God when I get up there. I'm like, come on, I got to be able to use a towel. Give me one shot. Anyhow, my son comes out with the robe on and the bubble pipe. Hello, Father. Home from a long day of work. And I give him a hug, and he says, Dada, I missed you, and stuff like that. You hear that kind of bullshit, and you're like, you know what? I'm in a pretty special place, I have to admit. And my wife was actually kind to me, so I was like, this is impossible. Oh, they love you when you're miserable. You don't know that? Women love to see you miserable. You're the best thing in the world when you're miserable. But when you're happy, look out. That's when they come in with the honey-do list. They swoop in. They rappel through the window. He's having a good time. Ah! Sound the alarm! He's smiling! And they come in on horseback with a jousting spear. And they hit you right in the chest. And you go flying through the air. Anyhow, my wife was nice to me. And can I tell you I worked all day? I want to add this in there because I'm so used to it at this point that I didn't even think about it. I have an ingrown hair on my belt line. It's like, it's a boil now, okay? And can I tell you, it's the size of a hard-boiled egg. And I put my belt around it, and I actually have to tighten my belt on it. I don't know why, but it's one of the most painful things you're ever going to have in your life. And every time I bend over, it's at that point where you can't pop it because it's like too deep under the skin. You just have to wait for it to surface, and it takes like fucking 2 weeks. It's been longer than 2 weeks. I've been dealing with this fucking thing, and every time you bend over, it's like ow, 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 ow. It was killing me all fucking day. So I get in the shower and I'm looking at my egg. It's like another human being. I'm like, look at this. I'm having a baby, but a disgusto, pus-filled baby. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, this thing's a horror. You try to have sex with your wife and you pull it out and it's like a baby's head, like this. Like, hey, honey, you want to have sex? Boy, yoing, yoing, double dick tonight. It's disgusting, and I'm white, so the thing is like purple. Black people, you don't know how lucky you are when it comes to skin blemishes. Okay? Because I take off my clothes and you could throw up between the freckles and the pimples and the ingrown hairs and the boils and the varicose veins that they're blue. They're like neon blue with this white skin. And there's just twists and turns, and you're going places, and your head is spinning. I tell you what, it's vomit-inducing. So, I'm here to tell you, I'm in the shower, and let me tell you something. They tell you you're not supposed to take a hot shower. Well, guess what? They could sec the end of my cockhead, as far as I'm concerned. Hot shower, I feel like I'm boiling my skin. At the end of the day, I'm boiling my skin. I don't care what you say. I turn that shower gradually in steps till it's at the maximum hotness. And you ever turn the shower directly to the maximum hotness and then you feel it as you get in, you're like, yowzer, yowzer. But if you could gradually work up to that. And I create a steam in that room. And it just feels so good. And I stopped the shower and I looked down at my egg here and I'm like, you know something? And I said a little prayer to God. And I put 2 fingers, my 2 thumbs on that egg, and I just gave it a little bit of a squeeze. And did you ever see Mount St. Helens? It's basically a mountain that exploded the top off of it. This thing popped, and it sent a globular into the air that hit the very top of the shower glass. That, we have the shower glass that goes around. It was like somebody threw that fucking cherry pie from that Warrant video at the glass. It was like a scene from Psycho. It was like somebody put that piece of glass in the JFK motorcade. I don't want to be disgusting. But when I tell you I almost cried from the relief, I said, this is a moment on this day that's absolute victory. The whole day was shit. And this moment just was like, I don't care about winning Olympic gold. It had nothing on this. Oh my God, the relief. And it's like that pain. It was like such a pain. That pain was gone. Now I have a gaping gash. Okay, again, not to be disgusting. My apologies. I understand. This is like, but it's just part of the day. I'm just trying to get my point across. that after a horrendi day, that was like absolutely, this was like amazing. Pop a bottle of champagne. I mean, that's what I needed at this point. Champagne popping. That's it. So I crawled in bed. By that time, it's like, I don't know, 10:30. To wake up at 3 in the morning to do this show. Guys, I hope I didn't bore you to death. But that's over an eight hour. That's an hour and 8 minutes. And I'm exhausted. I don't feel like playing anything. So do you realize you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With a 4K face! We'll see you next time. Guys, the Patreon channel is seriously on fire. No, we're back to weekly programs. We have 75 Advices programs that are killer. The Advices show is just plain fun. Okay? I want to hear about your problems, and they're horrendi problems. And we give you advice. Imagine taking advice from me after what you just heard. I know, it's ludicrous, but I think I do have some good life knowledge. And we help people, because listen to these people. I'm just preparing myself for the oncoming nightmare of being in the hospital. Yeah, you're a pussy. I need advice on how to get high heel marks out of my headliner. Don't, baby. Leave it there for posterity. Like when you're 23, you're like, you think that you should be going out with Cindy Crawford. Okay, at 47, you look at a 23-year-old. I don't care if she's a fat pig. It's like, wow, she's 23. Awesome. Let's roll. So there you go. Good luck with that one, fucko. You kidding me? You're going to feel great about yourself. Here's the email address. Put Advices in the header. Okay, that's the way I see it. And I need people to write in. I need more content, guys. Come on. And then we do the show, called You're the Boss, where you write me right there in the comments on the previous video, and you write me, you tell me I'm a scumbag, a piece of shit. Insult me first. I'm down. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And the worse your insult, the bigger the opportunity. Insult me and I'll select your game. The more you insult me, the more I pick your game. I can't put words together. And we will play your game. Okay? And it's a lot of fun. I mean, we've played games that are very bad. We've played games that are very good. It's a ton of fun. So Patreons, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. We'll see you next time.